if it doesn't come?
That is what I said. What about if it comes?
Will you fall back to the Labour Party?
We are not nomadic. We are Democrats. We are not nomadic. We know what is rightfully ours. Look, why would you shop for another when you have a credible candidate? Why would you waste your time? Peter Obi is not a candidate for primaries. Let me explain to you. Peter Obi is a candidate for general election and he will win.
So are you advocating
Don't
that
waste your time.
they should just come into a consensus and just choose Peter Obi?
People are even saying
primaries.
Look, as we speak, Ayo, the country is enjoying the unification of Southern and Northern Presidency for 8-year rotation. Now we are having, unconstitutionally though, now we are having a Southern Presidency. How credible would you look like when in the middle of that 4 years, you take away the Southern Presidency and take it to the North? It's unfair. In fact, we should be advocating for fairness for every zone to have that opportunity of leading this country.
But the individual
it helped the unity.
Atiku Abubakar is saying that I will just spend one time and hand over to Peter Obi.
Peter Obi said he's going to do 4 years in order to complete the 4 years tenure of the Southern states. That is what he said.
Will he not end up shifting the goalposts in the middle of the match?
That is where the credibility comes from. Peter Obi is a talk-and-do person. He talks and he does it. And I give you an example because I have tested him myself. The story was this. We had a mosque in Kano, Triumph Mosque. In Triumph Mosque, there were some issues that needed to be done. So Peter Obi made a promise during this Ramadan fast. And that gave me the opportunity to speak to our brothers. Peter Obi had done boreholes. Peter Obi had done Ramadan fast. Peter Obi had given Almajiri school children money. People have gone to nursing school. Every day he does that as a philanthropist, not as a politician. That's just by the way. And in that particular case,
the power brokers, the cornuts, don't take him serious.
And that is where
that's reflected in the last results of the last election.
No, that was the last election. And you know that even in the last election, we won it. Apart from the manipulation that took place.
No, you can't substantiate
that.
No,
we can.
You can't.
We can.
You can't. You went as far as Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said you didn't win the election. You weren't even the runner-up in that game.
Do not let us be dilly-dally on this fact.
No.
I'm talking
about facts here, not beer parlor talk.
Beer parlor talk is different
the Supreme Court of Nigeria, he got to Supreme Court.
That is the justice of this particular situation which we are trying to change. Leave that matter. Leave that matter. At the moment now, when you look at
you won that 2023 election.
Oh, sure. Even those who were against us before came out and confirmed it. I'm referring to Malam Nasru El-Rufai, who gave an authentic result, which you know that all of the one that was done in the IRF was completely a Bangladesh.
No, I don't know.
Oh, well, if you don't know, but we know.
I was at the coalition throughout till the result was announced.
If we now you know, at this moment, at this point in time, it is very, very clear that the Peter Obi presidency will energize Nigeria back to life. Like the way we are now, poverty has ravaged this country to a point that people cannot even eat 3 square meals. You know it. Everybody knows that. Are we going to continue in this particular corrupt system that all of us are looking for a succor? And then we believe that a Peter Obi leadership will help in unifying this country because he is a manager of resources. Up to today, they are still looking for any way in what to find out whether Peter Obi was corrupt or not. And up to today, they have not found. Because it's clear that if somebody can leave such a $130 billion and 300
without building any schools. Without building schools.
Yeah. No, would he have?
What's the essence of living money
without those schools that you mentioned? Go and see it. Apart from the fact that maybe those of you who are trying to find out whether he built schools, we have proved it beyond reasonable doubt that he has built schools. Not only has he built school, he has revamped school. I was with him to a school. Before he was just passing. Before he goes into that particular school, the rowdy reception that greeted Peter Obi shook me out of my bones. Because I was wondering, what is it that they are shouting? Because he has been able to impart knowledge. Do you know that it was only Peter Obi as a governor in Nigeria that every head boy in that school have a phone number of Peter Obi? They can call him directly. Up to today, tell me which governor has it. Because that way they can connect with him. And he provided computer and check all of the history of what Peter Obi in education is number one. He took his children He called him his student. From number what? Number 30-something, 26 to number 1 in WAEC. Confirm. That's Peter Obi. So why would you be looking for somebody who will be trying to find solution to problem when the solver has already been arrived? So we are not saying, look at me very well. I will never, ever promote a candidate when I know that he doesn't have the quality that I do.